Welcome back to this next chapter of using OneDrive. Okay, so you'll observe, if you watch the previous video, you'll observe that this folder or this file, Introduction to the Use of Digital Tools, was indicating the blue icon before, the cyclical blue, but now it is green. It is green because if you observe, see my taskbar, I have already closed the Introduction to the Use of Digital Tools, and now it has automatically synced. But this video is to let you know, or is to show you how to share your files from OneDrive. Okay, of course, once again, make sure that you are in your OneDrive folder. And the next thing to do is you right click. So once you right click, you have the option that says share. So once you click on share, there's a dialog box that appears. Give it some time to run. It's still running. I just might pause this video until it's ready. Okay, it's ready for me. Okay, so at the point of, I guess it's still rolling really, but it's at this point I can enter. Okay, good. So it's ready for me now. Now, if you observe, let me minimize this so that the only thing you see on the screen is what we need to work with. It says here send link. What it does is it sends the link. It does not send folder, or it doesn't send an attachment. It sends the link. If you want to send an attachment, then you need to watch the video on Outlook. Okay, watch the video or you go to the chapter that we'll be discussing about Outlook. Okay, but for this time, we're only concentrating on sharing files from OneDrive. If you're sharing your file directly from your OneDrive folder, it's only sent as a link. Okay, now here it says anyone with a link can edit. All right, so you need to be aware that before you share this folder, or rather before you share this document, and remember I am sharing this very document that says use of digital tools. Do I want you to be able to edit this PowerPoint document? Well, I may say fine, it's fine, anybody can edit, it's fine, it's up to you. It meaning I give you the permission to use it in your own presentation later on. Okay, so what do I need to do at this? This is the part where I now need to do what? Enter a name or email address. So let's assume that I want to share this particular file with Miss Oche for me in Layo. So I simply type Oche. Oche is definitely on the school's directory. So it will appear, her name will appear here. So I am sharing with Oche Oluwafumilayo this PowerPoint presentation, and I want her to be able to edit this presentation. You may also enter another person's name. You can enter as many names as you want. Okay, so let's say I also want to share it with Mr. Waigwe, Mr. Charles, with whom I am making this presentation. So I simply type. And if you notice, as you type a few characters of this person's name, it brings out a list of options of different people who have a similar character in their names. And then you simply click on the person that you want. And then under here, you can type a quick message and say, please find here the file to be used for the training on Friday. Okay, and here you can decide to send. Okay, so it's straightforward that way you send. So it's sending mail, and voila, it's gone. Great, fantastic. So that's one way. Another way to share this particular file is you right click, once again, share. This time I don't want to grant access to it. I don't want them to be able to edit it. They can have it, but I don't want anybody to edit. Okay, all right. Okay, so it means I come here and then I check the box. There's a box, you see this box that says allow editing. I'll check this box that allows editing, and then I apply. Okay, so it says here, anyone with a link can view. You see that? So it means I have prevented access to editing. All those only be able to do is to view. Now, what is the benefit of this? It simply it protects your privacy, or rather your privacy, or it protects your intellectual property, still within the organization anyway. Now, that's one option. Now, the other option to send it is you can come here and say people in Corona Schools Trust Council with the link. Now, the benefit of this is it allows it does not set a timeline to when or to how long this file will be accessible. Let's go back to the one with anyone with a link. I have clicked anyone with a link. You see here it says expires Friday 27th November 2020. You might want to say, okay, let me adjust this, but you'll see there that there's an information that says the organization's policy requires this link to expire after 30 days. Meaning if you're sharing this link with people, anybody, and just about anybody, whether the person is in Corona schools or not, the maximum amount of time that they'll have access to this file is 30 days. So that's the organization's policy. However, if you select this option that says people in Corona Schools Trust Council with the link, it means they're able to access it for as long as the link is available, all right, or for as long as this file is in that folder. Okay, so it's entirely available to them for a long time, pretty much. Okay, you can also decide that you want to share it with specific people. So if you click specific people, that it means later on, once you apply, you then begin to type the names of the people who in particular you want to have access to it. The difference between specific people and people in Corona schools is anybody who, if you select the option that says people within Corona schools, then it means that when you share this link with maybe a few people, they can share with other people in Corona schools. Therefore, many people outside your immediate location, as long as they are still within Corona school, or simply put, anybody in Corona school can have access to it. So take, for instance, I am in Corona school Bagada. I share this file with Miss Oche, who's in the central office. So she then shares with Mr. David Obianyo, who's in Corona school Lekki. That way, what has happened? David will be able to have access to it. He can click the link and have access to it because he is within Corona school. But if I share with specific people, then it means that only the people that I allow to have access to it will only be able to have access to it. Now, if you see down here, there's also the option that says block download. So it means that if you check this box that says block download, it means they will not be able to download a copy of this file into their laptop. They can only view it online. So they click the link, it takes them to their browser, opens the online version of the PowerPoint documents that I am sharing, and what they will be able to do is they'll only be able to view it online. So it's just for them to view. But if I allow editing, then it means what has happened. Allow editing does what? It automatically allows them to download. Okay, allows me. I mean, if you're allowing them to edit, you should be able to allow them to download a copy, and they can edit it offline and then send back to you or whatever it is. So that's the thing about allowing editing and downloading. So if you uncheck the box that allows editing, it means you're not allowing them to edit, and you can also determine that they cannot download it. Okay, so those are the different ways that you ensure that your files are shared. Once again, all you need to do is click apply and then type the email address and then a name and all that. Okay, all right, one more thing to say, in sharing, you can also copy a link. So you can simply say, okay, I don't want to share it as a mail, I simply want a copy of the link. Okay, so at this point, let's say, excuse me, I've made a mistake here. Let me close this. Right click once again, share. I've made a mistake again, not view online. Thank you. Right click, share, and give it some time to load. Okay, so I click copy link. Now at this point, at the point of clicking copy link, it'll still load something. It's creating a shareable link. So you can just copy this link and perhaps share on WhatsApp, share outside the Outlook platform, or simply just post it on the VLE platform if that's what you want. Just share the link anywhere that you intend to share the link. Be mindful of the fact that your settings must still be accurate. And what are your settings? Whether or not you want them to have access to download it, or whether or not you want anybody with a link to edit it, or whether you simply want only people within the partner school. So just make sure you check all your settings. Once your settings are fine, you apply your settings, and then you simply come here, copy link and all that. You also have the option of selecting the apps that you want to share with, and depending on the applications that you have installed, many of them are usually Microsoft applications. So we have Mail, we have OneNote, we have several other options. Just explore, and then you have access to them as you want. So with these few points in mind, I hope I've been able to walk you through how you can share files from OneDrive.